guys, welcome back to Performance Toyota. It's Hillary. So, number one question that we've been getting between the Corolla and the Camry is, are they the same vehicle? Today, I'm going to be able to actually answer that question and go more in detail as to why that's actually not the case. Alright guys, so going more in detail, when it comes to the Corolla and the Camry, the older generations, yes, they were very similar. Very kind of round around the whole entire vehicle. It was more simple, a lot more, I guess, classy looking. Nothing too big, right, in the whole entire scheme of it. Now, with the whole redesign of both the Corolla and the Camry, the newer generations have a huge distinct differences between those two vehicles. So with that said, the Camry right now, first things first that you literally see is that front grille. So this package specifically is the XSC. So because of that, what does that mean? That usually actually tells you that you get, especially in the headlights, those daytime running lights up here, and then your LED lights right over here, as well as your reflections that actually has more of a curve and sharp edge right at the side. So that is actually a really nice design, and it gives you more of that sportier look within that Camry. Now, the sharp edges that end up coming into the middle of the hood is what gives it that sportier look. So you have literally this more of like a triangle look coming from the side of the Camry, from the front bumper to this grille and this one here. So it's like a glossy black grille, which is really nice, and it actually goes really well with this ruby flare pearl color. So I personally really like this. And on coming to the other side as well, this whole entire grille here is literally just, I like the fact that they went out and in and just flush, as well as with that silver trim on the bottom. So as soon as you see that and you come out more, that Camry looks extremely sharp. So it's not simple anymore. They gave it more of that sportier and edgier look. So that's definitely one thing I absolutely love. And coming onto the hood as well, just to give it, I guess, more of that like finishing touch, I guess, indents of the hood just coming kind of more down, and again gives it more of that aerodynamic look as well. So I personally loved the fact that they did that. First time I saw this Camry, I didn't even think it was a Camry. So when I saw that and I found that out, that was amazing. So the whole entire redesign of this is very, very nice. Again, not too bad even when it comes to the features of the vehicle, because you still have that basic features as well. And even then, considering that your standard features are now coming out with like your safety and all of that, which is really good. Comparing that from here to now your Corolla, the Corolla has always been our famous Corolla in the Toyota lineup. Now, the huge difference between the Corolla though, it's a lot bigger, right? It has become a lot more spacious, it's a lot longer. So going more into the actual front of the vehicle, the one thing that you see here, especially this one, is the white color. You see your grille right here in the middle. So you have that black right underneath, or right behind, sorry, the emblem. And then you also have the matte black grille on the bottom, as well as over here with your front bumper. It became a little bit more sporty, but a lot more elegant when it comes to the Corolla, which is honestly really nice, considering the fact that, again, they actually ended up doing the same indent on the hood. You can't really see in the camera too much, but if you put your hand on the actual hood and you see it in person, you can feel that, and that is what helps it, again, with that more dynamic look, I should say. Headlights between your Camry as well as your Corolla. So with the Camry, it does come with those daytime running lights, which is great, LEDs and everything. The Corolla, on the other hand though, it does look like they have daytime running lights, but to be honest, it's not. It's actually more of that reflection coming into your side right over here, going right up into the hood. Your reflection comes over here as well, and then you also get your LED light that's right in here. So that is exactly your headlight. But even though it's still just a reflection, it's a nice touch to it, because again, it gives you more of that sportier look. which I personally think is great, considering that the Corollas before used to be very simple, very simple, very basic, right? Whereas now with the whole entire redesign, I do like the fact that even just little bits here and there, they're adding to these vehicles. So coming into here, the fact that it comes right into the hood and into these kind of like accents that they put onto the front bumper as well is very nice. And then the one thing too that I realized after coming over, now with the Corollas, keep in mind they are 16-inch wheels. You can get bigger ones if you want to go up a package. You have your 17s and 18s option as well. Camry, same thing, you get your 18s or 19s depending on packages. So keep that in mind whenever you're car shopping. But to get right into, again, with the Corolla, the fact that you end up getting your, when you come down, it literally, coming from here, it does look like you end up getting more of that kind of side skirt feel, which is nice because it comes out and you don't have to worry too much about if something bumps you and it's hitting your actual door. So this is actually something that they ended up adding onto the Corolla, which is very, very smart, and I do like this. So it's nice, and again, gives you more of a protective feel as well as that edgier look, which is extremely good. With the white vehicle as well, black accent on the mirrors, and then kind of black accents around here. So nothing chrome wise, but the black looks really, really nice with the white. With this one specifically, the LE, it does have the sunroof. The one below does not. So your LE packages and up is what gives you your sunroof. And then coming up to the actual height of the vehicle as well, it's still pretty high considering a sedan, or considering a Corolla, I should actually say. The Camry is going to be a little bit higher for like headspace, but we'll go more in detail when we actually get inside the vehicle. Going to the side of the Camry, so let's kind of jump on over. First things first, 19-inch wheels. So the XSE package does come with your 19-inch wheels as well as your black alloy rims, which I personally really love. They look really sharp and I love that. Now, same thing with the Camry. It does end up coming with that side skirt looking as well. But with this one, the difference is that one is completely out and flush all the way, whereas this one is kind of thin and comes out. So you get more of that, I guess, protective on at the end of your vehicle than over here. Which I'm not gonna lie, considering that whenever, you know, if somebody swings the door open, kind of happens more on that side. So that's actually still nice, but don't get me wrong though, you still get at least something over here. But it gives you more, again, of that like aerodynamic look, right? So it's actually not too bad. I personally really like it. Now, coming with the red as well, you do end up getting some chrome accents on your mirrors, which is also your signal light. And then as well as your black, matte black accents as well, and around your mirrors too. And then coming over to the actual profile of it, looking really sharp. Literally, the Camry is now a sportier looking vehicle than what it used to be before. So a lot of people, especially if you're really into the more edgier looks, even if you get it in a different color though, you still have it simple or elegant look, especially with the way the new grille is. So even if you get it in a more like white or even black, still looks really elegant and really nice. Again, now with your panoramic moonroof, which is what comes in this one, and we'll actually look into that as soon as we get inside the vehicle. It is a fixed roof, but it does end up opening up all the way. So we'll get more into that later, but this is your XSE package. All the other ones do come with just your sunroof, just like the Corolla did. So coming to the back of the vehicle, taillights are over here. So your taillights are actually gonna be going over, so they're actually going to be a little bit longer on the Camry, and then they go right over into your trunk, of course. Now with these taillights though, they're actually really nice. I like the way they position them and form them. They're more like that triangle kind of looking taillights, which is really nice. And then of course coming over here too, you have your black vent accent, which literally is just an accent, it's not an actual vent, so keep that in mind. And same thing on the other side as well, just to kind of give it, again, more accent, sportier look type of thing. It does also come with your rear spoiler, which is nice, your shark fin antenna, as well as your third LED brake light, which is right over here. Now, it also comes with your rear diffuser on the bottom, and it also gives you your 4 exhaust tips over here, and then your black accent on the bottom. So again, giving you more of that definitely kind of race car looking theme, which is nice. Now, the other thing too, because the first time I tried opening this trunk, I could not find that button, okay? So you have 2 ways. There's a button on the trunk that you can open, or your key fob. Now, the button, usually we're used to it being in the middle. It's not, it's literally right on this side, basically more against where the Y is, okay? So keep that in mind instead of just trying to look out for it. But that is our trunk. Our trunk space is really, honestly, really good, especially for a sedan. So just to kind of give you Toyota umbrella, give you some sort of like an idea as to how long it is. So considering that you still even have indents inside here, that's more deep and you can fit stuff more. So literally coming that, and then of course you can also put the seats down to have more of that space included as well. These ones are going to be your all-weather mats, or your summer mats I should say. And then you do end up getting your spare tire underneath as well, okay? So it does end up coming with that too. And then just close her up. Again, XSE package, your chrome emblems and everything are really nice. This one is specifically the front wheel drive one. You can have the option of all-wheel drive depending on where exactly you want to go with, but this one specifically is your front wheel drive. Back of the vehicle wise, I definitely really like. I honestly think the whole entire vehicle is just a really nice redesign. I'm personally more of that sportier looking person, but even then, like I said, if you go with like a different color or anything like that, you still have more of that elegant and I wouldn't say simple, but very nice and clean looking vehicle, especially considering that the older Camry was a little bit more basic. So even having just here and there little accents are really, really nice. So we'll go and compare the Corolla back so then you can see what the big difference is there. Coming to the actual back of the Corolla, a couple similarities, the shark fin antenna as well as your third LED brake light. Still in the same positions. Now, the only thing is that your Camry trunk space or trunk back of the car is a lot more rectangle, whereas the Corolla itself is a lot rounder and it's narrower, whereas the Camry, it does have more space in it than the Corolla. It is going to be a bigger sedan than your Corolla. Now, with that said though, your taillights as well is going to be, I guess, a little bit more narrow, whereas the other ones are wider. So it still comes from the back of the vehicle to the trunk as well. And again, your brake lights are going to be here. Again, nice and simple though, nothing too much on when it comes to the Corolla, but still having those black kind of accent going through the trunk is really nice. It kind of looks like it would be a light up strip. It's actually not, but still considering the white with the black, it goes really well. And then even matching it with your matte black, I guess kind of rear lip type of thing, which is plastic. So again, in case of anything that happens, it's not going to go right into the actual vehicle itself. Now, again, coming to the actual trunk space, button right here in the middle, not like the other one where it's all the way to the other side. I like to say when it comes to the differences between the Corolla and your Camry, the Camry, yes, it's longer, it's a bit wider, but the Corolla, even though it's a bit smaller, it's a bit deeper, which is nice, or at least that's what it looks like. Now, grabbing our trusty umbrella, so that way you can kind of see differences in size, even being able to go into the actual trunk right that, it's literally right there. So again, but you can tell with the deepness of it though, and still be able to get more of that room. So yes, it's a bit smaller, but you still get that trunk space regardless, especially considering that it's a Corolla or a smaller sedan. Now again, seats can go down as well, and you get more of that space in case you have anything left. So that's always really nice. So huge differences when it comes to size, but when it comes to your older generations Corolla or your older generation Camry, they did become bigger and they did become a lot more modern, a lot more updated, which I personally really love because they definitely needed something to kind of uplift our Corollas as well as our Camry. So Toyota definitely did a good job on that. Hopping into the back of the Corolla now, space-wise, not too bad considering that you don't want to expect too much space when it comes to a smaller sedan. But considering the fact that from your older generation to your new one, it is actually really spacious. Because if I recall correctly, you did feel a little bit compact, especially in the back of the vehicle. This one's actually not too bad. You can actually sit nicely, you know, still have that room. Seats wise are still really nice. Fabric on this one, again, you do have the options for your soft tech seats on the higher packages. But even with this one, still really nice. It doesn't feel low quality. It still feels really good. Very, like it's not gonna tear after so long, right? So even then, still nice. Even when it comes to the seats, kind of has that more of that pattern looking as well, which is nice. And then even you can do 3 people, 2 people. Cup holders are right here in the middle. And then as well as windows are over here. Cup holders as well. Now, the one thing too when it comes to the Corolla though, the fact that all this is literally just, it's a nice matte black that actually goes really well with all your black accents on the outside of the Corolla. So the fact that they matched that was very smart. I do really like that because again, it brings everything together and just gives you more of that modern look, which is really nice. But not too bad. So let's hop into the front. So hopping into now the front, first things first, when it comes to this one, you do end up having that bar to be able to move your seat back and forth, as well as the pumping action to put you either up or down. So I'm kind of short, so I'm just gonna go up a little bit, and then we'll do that. But even that space enough is a huge difference between the older generation Corollas and the new one now. It's honestly, you can feel how big it is and how long it is, which is very nice because it gives you more of that comfortability, especially for our drivers. Road trips, anything like that, you have that comfortability, which is very nice. Now, of course, when it comes to your now modern looking vehicles, you do have your digital display here. Gauges are still gonna be, you know, that your actual gauge, not a digital one. Although you still end up getting all your safety features like I mentioned before. So your blind spot monitor is gonna be on here, your lane tracing assist, your front collision in case anybody's too close to you, and your backup camera as well. So backup cameras are definitely really good nowadays, but this is gonna be your backup camera. So it's you still have quite the angle on the cameras. There are different types of them, but this one, because it is the LE, does give you more of that looking, still basic, still pretty wide angle. And then that is of course your 7-inch infotainment display as well. Everything else, literally just kind of having that, I guess, keyboard looking theme. So your black, your silver, kind of your white around, and then coming with the fact that the whole entire vehicle is black and white. Again, matching very nicely, very simple, having your kind of leather looking material all over. Now this one specifically does come with your heated steering wheel as well, your heated seats, and your heated seats buttons are right here, as well as your wireless charger. Again, this one is your LE, so it does come with all of that. Your L is gonna be your absolute base model, which unfortunately won't, but you still get your heated seats as well as your safety features, even on your base model. With this one too, you do also get your sunroof, which is nice, so you still get that as well. All your lights for your cars over here as well, door, everything for your sunroof, SOS button in case you're ever in an emergency. So roadside assistance is there in case of anything at all. Automatic braking as well as brake hold. Another thing too though to keep in mind, because I know a lot of people have asked me about your e-brake here. It does come on as soon as you go into park, but as soon as you go into drive, it'll turn right off automatically. So you don't have to worry about thinking about it or anything like that. But other than that, I mean, they did a really good job considering, again, space, modern, and completely still feature packed, even with one of your base models. All right, so let's jump into our Camry. So first things first, when it comes to the Camry, space, of course. It's definitely a lot bigger. So you definitely feel, I'm not gonna lie, a bit more comfortable than the Corolla. But again, you would kind of expect that considering that the Camry is a bigger vehicle. It's a little bit longer as well, a bit wider. So, I mean, that's something that 100% you'd end up getting, especially if you have passengers that are taller, just so you know. So especially headroom wise, you do get more headroom, and I definitely feel that than in the Corolla. Now, seats, Softex. So the XS seat does come with your leather seats. So Softex feel very nice, very sturdy. It doesn't feel low quality, anything like that. Same thing in the middle. You do end up getting your cup holders here, or again, just prop her up and you can get 3 people in. Not too bad. You do end up getting your pockets here and here, which is nice. A lot of other vehicles, not specifically these ones, you do end up getting just the one pocket. So the fact that you get 2 is really good. So as of right now, this one has the vent here, and then you do end up getting USB cables and chargers in the front as well, just so you know, okay, as well as in the center console. Now, other than that, feature or accent wise inside the interior, when it comes to the seats themselves, you do end up getting the white stitching around everything, which is nice because then it starts matching up with your chrome that is around the vehicle as well as on the inside. So that's going to be your door handle, and your windows are right here. I personally, and this is my own personal opinion, I love the Camry. I definitely love how they did this one. They ended up redesigning it very nicely, and it's definitely a lot more comfortable. My uncle had an older Camry. Not gonna lie, didn't really like it too much. So the fact that this one ended up doing a whole entire redesign is great. Again, buttons over here when it comes to your lights, so you can turn on or off. But honestly, I would love to see what you guys think. So now hopping into the front of the vehicle, 1000% first and foremost is the fact that the space between your steering wheel and the seat is actually very nice. It's pretty spacious. You don't have to worry too much about bumping into anything. And then the steering wheel itself, so it has a telescopic move as well, or you can go up. So, and then the lever is just on the side, just so you know. So because it is the XSC, you do get the paddle shifters. Sport mode is on here, eco, normal, same thing with your e-brake as well as your brake hold. Same thing, automatically as soon as you go into drive, it'll turn right off. Seats wise, again, same thing, very comfortable, Softex, not too bad, very sturdy material. I definitely love this, and the fact that, again, with the stitching, matches your silver and black accents on the whole entire screen as well as in your dash. And even coming into here, the fact that they added kind of this like grayish carbon fiber looking accent is actually really nice. It goes very well comparable against the kind of rubber looking I guess rubber material over here on the dash, and then your glove box right over here. So the fact that they did this is really, it's honestly really nice. It gives you more of that sportier looking accent feel. So the other thing too as well, digital display here into your dash to be able to look at what's going on with your vehicle, which is really nice. It is a lot bigger than the one in the Corolla. In the Corolla is a little bit narrower, whereas this one, it is a lot bigger. Same thing with your infotainment system. Infotainment system is of course updated as well. Now with both, you do end up getting wireless Apple CarPlay and wireless Android Auto. So you do end up getting that. Doesn't matter packages or anything, which is nice. The fact that they're compatible with all of that is great. Same thing with features, blind spot monitor, lane tracing assist, backup camera, rear cross traffic alert on this one specifically. So just to kind of, this one does have power seats, just so you know. So can go up or down, as well as your lumbar support. So that is there as well, which is really nice. And just to kind of show you guys what the backup camera is going to look like, it'll literally be pretty similar to your Corolla. The only big difference though is you can actually see the yellow is where your wheels are. So you can turn that and you can see where exactly you're going. And then you can go more of that outside or wide angle. Wide or narrow angle, sorry, I should say. And then you can turn the yellow on or off, and you have those options. So that's a very nice updated backup camera, especially considering, you know, especially now with all the safety features that are going on with everything. It's very, very nice the fact that they gave you that option. So same thing with your, now knobs and everything, pretty similar to what the Corolla has, especially with your temperatures and everything. So that's really nice. Nothing too big, so you don't have to worry about it too much. Cup holders here. You do also get your wireless charger, which is right over here. Heated seats, buttons are right over here. So that's where your heated seats are gonna be. And then of course, just kind of temperature on and off. Cup holders, and then also with this one, it goes up. And then you end up getting your USB cables or chargers in plugs. Sorry, apparently I can't speak English right now. USB ports right over here, and then your center console, okay? So there is that. It does come with your ambient lighting a little bit here as well. It is red, but there are specific features inside your menu that you can customize that, which is nice. So just like the Corolla has your sunroof. On the Camry, on the XSC though, that one actually has your panoramic sunroof, like I mentioned earlier. So first button, you end up actually holding, and the whole entire thing will open up for you. Unless you want to go just halfway, you definitely can do that. Now with this one too, you can either go up or down, or I believe do that and actually open up more than the whole entire thing like that. But so the big difference is actually pushing it up or sliding it over. Now it is starting to rain a little bit, so let's just close it up. And then again, same thing, it'll just completely close on its own. There you go. So again, SOS button, same thing, roadside assistance, all of that. The one thing I do want to show you too, especially for the mirrors, you do end up getting the light, but you also get that extension here as well, especially for those sunny days, right guys? So there is that too. So this one is the inside of your Camry. Same thing when it comes to your Corolla or your Camry. I would love to know what you guys think about it. If there's anything that maybe should be changed, or the fact that nothing should be changed at all. It'd be great to know. All right guys, so that is going to be your comparison between your Camry, which is a 2.5 liter 4-cylinder engine, and your Corolla, which is now a 2-liter 4-cylinder engine instead of a 1.8 liter. But that's gonna be your huge differences and your comparison between the Corolla and the Camry. So yes, they were very similar before. Now with the whole entire new generation though, they are completely different vehicles. Obviously we're at a dealership, so that's gonna happen. But guys, come to Performance Toyota, see for yourself which one would even fit your kind of lifestyle. If you want a Corolla or if you need the bigger Camry, depending on what your lifestyle is like, come out and see us. I'd love to be able to help you guys out. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, please. And thank you guys so much.